Welcome back to this lovely Thursday second grade. I've got the mic ready, which means I need you to say our flashcard sounds nice and loud. Are you ready? And ow. Ooh, what's this one? Ah. Oi. Ah. 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 Ow. O. Ooh. K. S. R. Where the W is silent. R. The K is silent. Oi. G. J. Whir. I. Last one. Ah. Awesome job. Let's get this Thursday started. Welcome to Thursday second grade. I am super happy you are here and ready to kick it off with writing today and growing your awesome brain. We are going to meet some new phonics friends, some new phonics patterns today. But before we get there, we've got to do our speed decoding, warm up our brain by checking out words that have that silent GH. So you're going to be on the lookout for what sound do these 3 or 4 letter teams say all together. Okay, you ready? First up, what about this word? Let's decode the base word first. IGH says I, so the word is light, N, all together? Lighten. If you lighten something, you're making it lighter. To lighten. Awesome. What about this one? It's a compound word. We have day, light, daylight. If the sun is out, we see daylight. Good job. What about this word? O-U-G-H says what sound? So the word is brought. Brought. I brought sandwiches for lunch. Okay, up next. A-U-G-H makes what sound? So the word is caught. I caught the ball. Caught. And final one. What do we see? Let's decode the base word. I-G-H says what sound? I. So the base word is tight. Tight. N all together. Tighten. To tighten is to make something more tight. Like your belt, I can tighten it. It's more tight. Good job warming up our decoding. Now, let's check out our new Thursday learning target. It says, I can identify the sound for PH and another sound for tricky GH. So we're learning about 2 things today, Super Scholars. Our main focus is going to be PH. PH is one of those digraphs. Remember, those 2 letters that make one sound, like sh, ch, or th. join that digraph family, and that's going to be our main focus today. But what we're going to mix in is some more knowledge of GH. We know GH is tricky, and we're going to learn a little bit more about it today, and in some cases, in just certain words, where GH says a totally different sound. But first, let's meet our new phonics pattern, PH. So we see PH a lot next to each other in words. They're a digraph. They're a team that's going to make one sound. And when we see PH, it makes a sound that we would probably never guess it would make. PH makes the sound. Can you do that with me? Like fox, fox. So these two letters, P and H together, make our sound. To make sure you're saying it right, if you put your hand in front of your mouth, you should be able to feel the air. PH says, can you repeat after me? Can I hear you awesome people say, PH says, says. One more time. PH, PH says, says. Good job. So if PH makes our sound, can you tell me this word down here? PH says, so the word is, we got to break it up. O, toe. The word is photo. To take a photo, a picture. And careful though, both O says its long sound, its name, because both of these O's, they're open, they're open. We have our syllables, our different parts. Fo, it's open. Toe, O is open as well. Photo. So that's, of course, bringing in some more of our other knowledge as well. So second grade, this is a really important digraph that we're going to add to our toolbox today. PH says, so PH isn't the only team that makes that sound as well. GH, in only certain situations, in only a few very specific words, is GH going to make that same sound like in fox. There's only certain words, which we're going to look at, where when GH is at the end of the word, it's going to make that sound. GH on its own, it's not going to be silent. GH together will make that sound. So let's see exactly what those words are. Okay, so here are three specific words, some of the only times where GH is going to make that really soft fox sound. So let's take a look. Up here, we have the word laugh. Can you say that after me? Laugh, laugh. Here we have A-U-G-H, but those two teams, they're saying different sounds. Listen. Laugh. The A-U is making the a sound like in apple. So can you read it again with me? It says, laugh. This is one of the only times where GH all the way at the end is making that sound. Okay, here's another situation. The word is cough. Can you say that with me? Cough. So here, OU is saying one of its normal sounds, ah. But the GH isn't silent anymore. It's making the sound. Can you listen as I break it up? Ah. All together, everyone? Cough, cough. This is a second time where OU is going to say its own sound, and GH is making that sound. Okay, last one of these tricky, funky words. We've got this word, listen, enough. Can you say that with me? Enough. So again, we have O-U-G-H. G-H is still saying, but O-U is making a totally different sound. Like if you don't know an answer. So listen for the difference in the sound. Enough. You say it with me. This is enough. So even though we both have O-U in these words, they're making different sounds. Or So these are super important for our reading toolbox since they're super tricky that we can catch the difference when we're reading these tricky words. Okay, second grade, we're going to take all this new knowledge and of course work on it in our workbook and see what we've got. But of course, let's give ourselves a break. We deserve it. It's Thursday, so come on, stand up. And I've got a question for you about what kind of art would you rather do? Are you ready? Okay, second grade, which one of these would you love to do right now? Do you prefer to watercolor as you make art? Watercolor? If so, you're going to do 5 cross jumps where everything in your body will cross. Or would you rather do finger painting? If so, you're going to do squat jumps. That means you jump up and come down to a squat. You got some choices. Watercolor or finger painting? Which do you prefer to do? What's your choice? I prefer watercolors, so I'm going to do 5 cross jumps. Are you ready? You're in your position? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Nice little break, nice and bouncy. Come on, right back down with me as we find page 98. Page 98. So it's all the way towards the end of your workbook, page 98. Okay, you nice and ready? Okay, second grade. So this top section, so we're really going to focus on, this is where we're going to fill in these blanks in our words with that PH. What sound does PH make? What sound? Like fox. PH says, and a lot of these words are pretty tricky because the vowels start to change sounds. And then down below, we're again going to remind ourselves of those tricky 3 words when GH is saying as well with GH. So let's start at the top with number 1, of course. Do you have a nice, awesome, sharp pencil? Okay, so I want us all, can you trace this word with your great handwriting? And when you see the blank, I need you to write in PH. Can we all do that? So we have T-E-L-E, P-H. Make sure you underline it. O-N-E. Awesome job. Okay, so we're going to decode this word all together. Remember, my friends, you need to be looking at the word and all the letters and sounds. You can't just look at the picture because sometimes we say the wrong word than what's written. So are you looking at this? Awesome. Can you cover up the first part? Can you cover up the first part? What does this word say, second grade? What does this word say? PH says, so the word is vowel consonant E. Own, phone, the phone that you call someone on. Okay, but can you add this to the beginning? We've got telephone, the telephone. The telephone is the full complete word for a phone. That's just shortened. The whole word is the telephone. Good job. Okay, let's move to number two. Number two. Can we do the same thing? Can you trace in the word? And where's there's that blank? Write P-H. Here we go. E-L-E-P-H-A-N-T. Okay, so I'm sure you can see the picture, but let's listen. The vowels in this word are making some different sounds. So can you sound out this word with me? Here we go. Elephant. Notice the A is tricky. Can we do that again? Elephant. Elephant. This word says elephant. You gotta be really careful because that A is tricky. Awesome. Okay, last one, number three. Can you jump on to number three? Do the same thing. Can you trace the word and add PH in that blank? Here we go. S-Y-M-P-H-O-N-Y. Okay, we've got some Y's here, and Y's say tricky sounds. So first off, PH. PH says what sound? So can you decode the word with me? Here we go. Symphony. Look at those letters as we're saying them. Notice the vowel sounds. Here we go. One more time. Symphony. What's the word? Symphony. The symphony is a big group of people that play classical music. They play classical instruments and very beautiful old pieces of music. The symphony is a group of people that play classical music. So second grade, all of these words are a little bit tricky with their vowels, but we know that in each one there's a PH that says. Okay, now can you look down at number 7? Okay, for number 7, 8, and 9, we need to fill in GH. And GH is going to say that sound. These are the 3 words where it likes to get tricky. They're the same words we saw before. So can you trace them? Can we write them in for number 7? Do you remember what's this word? Laugh. To laugh. If you think something's funny, to laugh. Good job. Okay, next word. Can you write it in with GH? So GH is going to say the sound, but OU is going to make our aw sound. So what's the word? Off. Cough, to cough when you're sick. Good job. Okay, last one. Can you write it out? What's the word? So GH will make what sound? And OU here is going to make our sound. So what's the word? Enough. If you have enough, you have just the right amount. Oh, I've got enough. I'm good. Okay, these are 3 tricky words that you always want to be on the lookout for because they're a little bit different. Okay, awesome people. Great work on page 98. So today for reading, you actually have 2 parts of what I need you to do for me today. So you've got 2 steps that every single person needs to check off today. So first step, number 1, I need you to finish page 98. That's just a few left, and I need you to finish page 98. And then what you're going to submit on Dojo is you're going to take a video of you reading. So you're going to read the words on page 98 to me. Remember, be really careful of those vowels because they're changing sounds. So your step number 1 is to finish page 98 and take a video of yourself reading. Once that is all done and you've posted on Dojo, you're all going to do step number 2 today. So for step number 2, I need you to go on Super Kids Online Fun and complete the Unit 7 Super Kids check-in. So you're just going to go online and complete the Unit 7 Super Kids check-in for today. Remember, on that, always go slow, reread the passage, take your time. There's no prize for finishing quickly. But that is step number 2, going on to Super Kids Online Fun to take your next check-in. So second grade, I need everybody to complete both of these steps today to finish their reading time for this Thursday. So thank you so much for working to grow your brains. Let's go ahead and get started